Well, good day everybody, welcome back here to Frozen Valley Engineering, where in today's episode we're going to be building ourselves an all-out race car. This car is going to be no shenanigans, top of the line, high budget. I know last time I didn't even check our budget once we were done, but this one's going to be similar to higher budget. She's a Frozen Valley Engineering car. Now, do we go with a space frame on this one? I think it's going to be a monocoque on this thing, carbon fiber. Rear longitudinal dual push rod, real high quality engine sort of deal. So this engine we're going to be making is going to be called the Frozen Valley Engineering RP1 Racing Project 1. Now what it's going to be is it's going to be a V12 magnesium block 6.5 liter, or maybe I think we'll go with 6.8 liter. High revving. It's going to be turbocharged, dual overhead cam, 4 valve, billet internals. This is just a race motor. It's going to be expensive. We'll tune that all later. Turbo, ball bearing, bigger this, bigger that. That's all that. More boost than that. DI, a direct injection, ultimate fuel because it's a full race car. We'll just crank that up and deal with that later. Dual exhaust, big boys, and nothing for exhaust. Although maybe we'll have a little bit of exhaust. So we're already making 1,000 horsepower, so let's see how she sounds. Pretty good. I'm going to tune it, see how much power we can stick out of this guy. There we go, 1,420 horsepower. That's good enough for me. Let's get her painted here. There we go. She's a full carbon motor. She looks like she's going to be getting nice and toasty. Doesn't surprise me. Yeah, look at the power that motor is going to produce. Good, yes. 1,400, we'll have a listen to it later. Do the body later as well. All-wheel drive with that much horsepower, I think. Maybe a rear-wheel drive. We'll go all-wheel drive and maybe we'll tweak it in the future. 340. You can go a lot faster with that amount of power, but it's going to be for on track, so doesn't really matter. Okay, so all of the drivetrain is all set. It's kind of in the same vein as I do all my vehicles. So now I'm going to put on the aero elements, then we'll get that all figured out. Okay, there we go. We got all our aero set up, so let's go tune that. Okay, so we have everything tuned on the car. It should drive nicely. I've decided to go with a manual all-wheel drive. We'll see if that all-wheel drive gives us way too much understeer or what, but we'll keep that for now. Let's see how much this thing is going to cost. $615,000, so that's not bad. So now I've got this all done. 2.4 seconds to 100, by the way. Yeah, we've got a big splitter on the front, side skirts here, diffuser, big race wing. I'm going to set this thing up for the track and we'll give it a bit of a design. Well, welcome back from that little time lapse here. I now present to you the Frozen Valley Engineering GT2 Pro car. Now this is going to be obviously a GT2 car. It looks pretty schwanky, so I'll show it to you. It should go 0 to 60 in 2.4 seconds, about 1400 horsepower. It's a nice gray color. She's very, very quick, so we'll get her into Beam or into our other game there, and we'll see how quick she is on track and on the drag. I think she'll be very fast. Well, folks, we're here in testing. Now, she looks not so good in testing here, but that is what it is. It's not made for looks, it's made for sheer speed. So what we're first going to do is I'm kind of curious how this stacks up against our other two cars. So first we're going to race it against the Hypernova that we made the other day. And then we're going to race it against the Aurora, which I think I can still use. So let's give that a swing. Okay, so we are on the hood of the car here, ready to go. And you see the Hypernova, she's already parked up over there. All this vehicle has for safety is ABS. So well, first off, let's get these tires good and warm. So I'm just going to do this. This is an all-wheel drive car, so it's a little bit more difficult to do a burnout in it. We'll do it like this. There we go. And let's see how this thing, I think this thing should beat that. It has almost twice the power, I think. Oh yeah, that has that thing well beat by over 2 seconds. Now I think the record is a 7.9 something by the Aurora. Now I know the second driver I'm going to have driving that Aurora, he's not going to be near as quick, but let's see if he'll catch up. See, he has the advantage of a dual clutch gearbox, whereas this thing is a stick shift. And he beats me off the line. He's quicker. He's quicker. That is a fast car. 8 flat in the quarter mile. Oh, that's what I did last time. Okay, I think we can beat him. We just got to stretch out every single gear. Did we get him? We got him that time. 7.816, I think. That's faster than the Aurora's drag time originally. The guy who's driving it right now is not nearly as fast, but I think this might be our fastest car. But we beat him by 0.2 of a second. Let's do that again. Make sure. 2 to make it true. I just have to shift perfectly. That's the thing. Oh, I got disqualified because my car is rolling forward. Okay, here we go. Up to the start line. So is he. It's going to move on. Oh, I shifted too early there. He might catch us. Yeah, that was 8-second flat, but he was nowhere near close to that. So, well, I guess this is the fastest drag car we ever made as well, as it should be the fastest track car. We'll see. Maybe I've put too much power in this thing and it's not even controllable. But either way, let's get it to the track and let's see what we can do for a lap time with it. Now, I don't remember exactly what the Hypernova's time was around the track. But I know it has a lot less power and a lot more weight. The thing is, it was quite controllable. So, I'm just gonna, this is the first time I'm driving this thing on track too. I've never had it out there, so we'll see if that hurts us at all. So, first impressions around these first couple corners, she's very sticky. She's a lot faster around these corners than the Hypernova was. Keep in mind, the Hypernova was no slouch. It's not like that was just a road car. That was a race car homologated for the road, essentially. This is just a hardcore race car. And I think our best lap was a 1:41.11 or something. Something close to that. I have to double check. But what I'm going to do is, after coming out of this lap, is flash them up on the screen, and we'll see if I beat him or not. But yeah, we're See if we lift up. Whoa! 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 That's a problem. So we've got to hit that a little slower is what I'm gathering. My goodness. Well, we'll come around, see how much I have to slow down. Well, we're going to lose a lot of time from that. Too much downforce. This track's a little too hilly, but didn't expect that to be an issue. This car also doesn't have traction control or any steering assist like the Hypernova does. It's just the driver and the road. She's also got really solid brakes, this one. So I think what time we lose by going over that hill and flying in the air should be gained right back from corners and accelerating especially. A little bit of understeer here, which is not something I expected, but I think it's going to be the same tail here. Keep her in second. Come on, turn, Betsy. This thing does not turn very quickly in those sharper corners, but or in these ones. What the heck? Oh, that's odd. Didn't turn. Okay, we're gonna have to keep that in mind. She doesn't corner that hard. So let's see if I hit this at just, see what I would be going, like 320 some. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna slow it down to, yeah, we're just gonna have to slow it down to 300 as we go over there. Okay, well, let's see if we can set a hot lap. So as with the other car, it only got one good lap because I don't know what I'm fighting against, so it wouldn't be fair if I gave this thing 5 laps until I beat it. So we're just going to, as long as I don't crash it, set 1 lap and compare that. And like I said in that episode later on, I'm going to compare them all in an apples to apples sort of scenario. But let's see how we go. Now, if I can remember from before, you're going to hug this one, kick it down a gear, and fly through there. Okay, still good, we still have it. Gotta be a little bit easy on the throttle with this much power. She doesn't like to turn, so turn it in early, and power out of it. Head to the outside here. And bring it back in with speed. There we go. Open her up. We don't want to go over that hill too fast because we take flight. So on the brakes now, back on the throttle. Just a little skip there. Down into second around this corner. This is quite a quick lap. I can feel it already. But this last section is where a lot of time is gained and lost. I did give that wall a little bit of a tap, but that's not slowing us down any, so we'll keep going. Kick it into second here. A little bit dicey here, and on the power. Come on, stay on the track. We need to just bean on it. We don't want to be any slower. And there we go. That's a hot lap for you. This car's a little bit harder to control. It's a bit more skilled than the other one. The other one didn't take too terrible much skill. But yeah, I'll flash on the screen right now our time. And then this is how we stack up to the Hypernova. Well, anyways, I'd like to thank you very much for watching this video if you did. And I hope you have yourself a very wonderful day.